And welcome back to DonsTV. We are joined by Owen Goodman after not so much a grilling really. It was quite a nice atmosphere, wasn't it? The Junior Dons this afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's good to be a part of and good to answer some of their questions today and see what they wanted to know and yeah, it was good.
One of the questions was quite interesting about what do you do training wise and that, and I had to laugh when you said you finish off with basically playing a PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's me. That's me. I just love to go home and just sit down and play my PlayStation. That's my sort of my wind down time, my relaxing time.
Yeah.
A lot of people might do something different, but for me to relax, I just play my PlayStation until I eat dinner and go bed really. So that's my enjoyment.
So obviously you had time at Colchester, a
Yeah.
full season. How do you find that? Obviously, the idea of getting experience and coming out on loan is getting that experience. What were the differences between playing, in training and the Premier League Two to playing in League Two football?
Um. Oh, it's different in every aspect really. I think last year was a big reality check for me in football. Um. Where you go from 21s, getting to train with the first team.
Yeah.
It's just everything's handed to you, everything's given to you really. You know, food's great, pitches are great. Gym's great, and then you go into different environment in League Two, and the environment's still a good environment, but everything's different.
Yeah.
Gym's smaller, not as much equipment. Pitches aren't as good as what they are at a Premier League club.
Yeah.
Everything's different, really. I'm playing with kids my age, um, whereas I went to Colchester, and I'm around. There's people my age, but a lot of people are older,
Yeah.
and they are fighting for new deals, new contracts for their lives, for their rent. So it's just a different environment to be in, and I think it's a big reality check and a big. I had to grow up quickly.
Was it because there's points to play for, like you're saying, people on contracts, I don't think people were pampered at Premier League teams, but obviously, Palace, Crystal Palace, extra facilities and stuff like that. Did you think that was something you needed, or you maybe didn't realise before you went, but was it something you took great experience from?
I think alone was something I needed, obviously, because I think I had played 21s for a full season. I'd been around the first team,
Yeah.
so I'd done what I really could, and I just needed to experience professional football, and that was the main goal. But I didn't really know what I was going into until I really got there. Um, that's when it hits, and
Yeah.
you realise what it really is. And obviously, look, playing 21s and then playing professional football, the main difference is every game matters. You know, in the 21s, yeah, you want to win, but at the end of the day, if we were to finish bottom of the league, we're not getting relegated.
Yeah.
Things move on. Whereas you get relegated here or relegated in League Two or wherever, League One, then your life can change and so much can change, and it's yeah.
Did that give you a bit more mental pressure in that case, knowing that obviously you're on loan, you want to do as well as you can, but you're going to go back to your parent club at the end of the season? Did it make a difference knowing that actually your contribution could affect? Obviously, Colchester were up for relegation, weren't they, last year, and survived, on that side of it. But was that a bit more mental pressure on you in that case then?
Yeah, I think it played a massive effect on me mentally. Obviously, last season, and it was a completely different pressure I've never felt before, never experienced, and really seeing the environment I was in and how it could change some players.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. Obviously, I don't want to be part of a relegation team anyways. But when you're with a group of players for X amount of time,
Yeah.
you want them to do well, and you don't want to see them go down. And that's what it was for me, really. I didn't want to see the club go down. They
Yeah.
gave me my first opportunity in men's football, and I was around really good people at that club, and
Yeah.
you don't want to see them go down. And that was the main thing. And yeah, I'm just glad the club stayed up, really.
And it's difficult. It's sometimes surprising. Obviously, you come across as a really eloquent speaker and a very calm person. But you're obviously 21 next month. So you come in terms of goalkeepers. Sometimes you can have the eccentric goalkeepers, can't you? But you're quite. I've always when I met you and that, I always felt you're quite eloquent, thoughtful. Is that always been how you are? Because obviously you got Bezo. You must have known about Bezo before you come in. You couldn't get two different types of characters. How are you finding that?
I think me and Bezo work perfectly together. Really, I think I'm always been just calm and laid back. Like, so I think there was a point where I was too laid back, to the point where people questioned, did I care or that type of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
How'd you come across that? How did you count that?
I just kept being me, really, but like, I kind of came out my shell a bit more and just kind of showed a bit more on the pitch, but still having my laid back nature.
Yeah.
I feel just showing a bit more energy, bit more passion. I think the best way to put it, but
Yeah.
I'm still very much me and still very much my laid back character. So, yeah.
So we're talking about passion and stuff like that. We're obviously standing in front of the safe seating stand. How do you find this? This is obviously probably just under 1,000 people. I would say it's safe seating. I don't think many people sit down, to be fair. But how do you find playing behind this end, probably?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, I've got to experience it for a few games here so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, every game we've been in, we've won. And even when we score, it's rocking. Like, everyone's jumping up. It's music to my ears to hear it. And then, but even like saves I've made, even if I'm making a save all the way down that end, I can hear this end, just celebrating and clapping. I remember Fleetwood at home, and I made the save from the corner onto the post, and there was a little big scramble. I ended up holding onto it and just hear a massive roar from this whole stand behind me. It was just really just amazing to hear, and it's what fans can do to you it's a big part.
Have you got a song for you yet? Do you know?
I think I've heard 2 songs so far.
Obviously clean ones.
Yeah. I've heard 2 songs. I've heard Super Owen Goodman in goal. I heard that one time.
Yep.
And then I heard another one.
That's a good sign, to be fair. If you got 2 songs at this stage,
I have heard 2 songs so far. But
Bezo gets you. Bezo, the thing is, you can't with Bezo. Obviously, when he comes out, Bezo will make sure you get to clap the fans and stuff like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's very much like that on that side of it. So we just obviously this year, this place has been a fortress. Just noticed got a fortress Plough Lane here. Apart from obviously typically first game of the season against Colchester, 2 early goals in the league. That's all you conceded here. How? When you come here now, the confidence must be massive in terms of clean sheet and possibly a win.
Yeah, it's something different to what I felt. Obviously, last year, I only kept 4 clean sheets in the 38 league games I played.
Yep.
And it was kind of like you go into every game just hoping that this will be the one week, keep another clean sheet. Whereas now I'm going into every game thinking, this is a clean sheet here, this is a clean sheet here. And I'm confident with the team in front of me and my ability that we can keep a clean sheet every week. Obviously, look, we're not going to keep a clean sheet every week.
No.
We got to be real. If we did, then
We'll win the league by Christmas, probably.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I think we've got 6 clean sheets in 11 league games. I think if you continue that momentum, continue that consistency, if we're hitting 20 clean sheets, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, so we've had saying about 6 clean sheets, and there's 4 goalkeepers at the top. One of them is Connor Ripley at Port Vale. Irony is that you both conceded goals. They had a bit of a very interesting game Saturday.
Yeah, I think Saturday's one of them games where just goals are flying in, really. I think not really much either of us could do.
Yep.
I think it's just one of them games. You don't really see them games that much, but them games happen, really. It's one of them games where you look at the goals and think, I don't know what I could do here. But at the end of the day, defensively we've been solid all season.
Yep.
We've conceded less goals in the games we've played. I think that's the main goal here, is if we're conceding less than a goal a game, we're doing an unbelievable job.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we got, I think, what they got. Port Vale have played 3 more games than us, same
Yes,
clean sheets.
yeah, they have. So if you
So I
you
think that's
balance it
everything
out,
we've got to
yeah.
look
I noticed a thing that's happening quite a lot now, but I've noticed it a lot with us. Obviously, clean sheets are really important to your goalkeeper, but also the centre halves and defence as a unit. I've noticed now that there's a lot of celebrations with clean, with saves and stuff like that. Is that something that's really important, obviously, because the clean sheet is not just yours; it's the centre backs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think every save I make, I get lads coming up to me, hugging me, pat me on the back. I think that's what you need. You need that backing of your players. You need that, that well done
Yep.
of players. And a clean sheet's just a goalkeeper job. It's a whole 11 really, because our press starts from Hughes, Matty, Pigs,
Yep.
Josh Kelly. It starts from up front, and then obviously it goes through the whole team.
Yep.
But I mean, you look at the games recently, like Carlisle did nothing, kept a clean sheet, but that's just because we were so good, we were so solid.
Yep.
There's been other games I've had to make saves to keep clean sheets, but if I can have a game where I do nothing, keep.
Is that what you prefer?
I can't complain. I'm happy.
Because I was looking actually the save, and I'm quite a bit of a geek with stats, but I was looking at save percentages. Like you're at 77% of save percentage, and look at the keepers that are keeping clean sheet. They're also doing that. So it's not as if you're not doing nothing, but when you are called into action, you're doing stuff in there. If you're not doing nothing for a whole game and you've got something late on, is that mentally just staying switched on? Is it sometimes difficult to lose it?
I think that's something obviously you've got to learn. Obviously, me, I'm quite young. It's just staying switched on mentally. So whereas I think last year I'd play games at Colchester where it's quite busy. I'm quite switched on the whole game. Whereas here, I've had games where I'm not doing a whole lot and I might get called upon 1-2 times later in the game.
Yeah.
I think, for example, it was Morecambe Tuesday night, and I don't think I made a save, and obviously I had the offside one.
Yeah.
But I don't think I had to make a save until the last 2 minutes.
The late one, wasn't it?
He's won the header, and then I've made the reaction save, and all the lads have just got behind me on the line. We've blocked it, and then I get on it, and then happy days. We keep the clean sheet, but.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So obviously this place was rocking for the Ipswich game, penalty shootout. When you joined, I looked at your penalty record's quite decent. Is that something you work on? Because you seem, and again, you're calm. It feels like you get some goalkeepers that will run around on a line and do that sort of stuff. But have you got a certain process in your head that you know that you're going to save more times out or not?
I just back myself. I back my ability. It's one of them things where I feel if you're going to beat me in a penalty, you've got to send me the wrong way, or you just got to smash it right in the corner to beat me, I feel. But I've got my own techniques,
Yeah, not going to give them away, of course, but yeah.
Of course. But I've got my own techniques. I got my ways of, getting in their heads. Got my own ways of doing things, and I don't think I need to jump around the line. Obviously, look, rules have changed. I can't touch the crossbar now. I can't jump. I can't do all that. So, but no, I've backed myself, and we'll do my homework before, see what they're like, and I'll make my decision when the time comes.
Brilliant. Well, we're talking about the flags around here. You noticed behind us that we had the Canadian flag, didn't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, you grew up in Canada, or you were there for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Is that where your love? Because you were talking about the NBA, weren't you, and stuff like basketball. That's that where you come from, the American sports.
Yeah. So I grew up in Canada for 8 years, but I've seen that flag ages ago.
Yeah.
I came up to warm up, and I was just running about. I was just running, obviously doing my little warm up, and I was running. And I saw the flag. I just saw all the flags along, but it's just different cultures, different countries, and how diverse a fan base really is.
Yeah, and we were saying also in terms of some that you weren't too aware. Obviously, we were talking about Dave Besant, the goalkeeper, and that's not surprising that you're only in 20. So I'm not surprised you're not with that. We were talking about the Joe Pigott one as well, weren't we?
Yeah.
On that, has anyone had a wind up with him on yet?
I didn't see that until now, to be fair. I think because it's quite small in the corner, it's hard to see. But now I've just seen it up there and just seeing Pigs' face just on a flag. It's funny to see.
Any favourites around here, or ones that you sort of... Obviously, we've got the Rio Resurrection.
I think this is one of my favourites. This is the first one I see when I come out to warm up. Obviously, the Fortress, Plough Lane's a big one.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think these are the two main ones you see when I'm, running towards the goal. Obviously, this end. And fans, clap the fans. Obviously, I mentioned the Canadian one, but I just
Yeah.
think they're all
Yeah,
they're all great.
there's
they're
loads
all
more. There's
different.
loads more. It feels like every home game is something different. Obviously, flags now is quite more straightforward to get
Yeah.
on that side of it. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It was good to catch up.
Of course.
And look forward to more games and good luck for the next few games coming up.
Cheers. Thank you very much.